Welcome to the HS Game Time Saturday Show. Citrus Hill versus King. Who would win on Wood Road? Riverside, Poly, and the Rancho Verde open Inland Valley League play with a win and set up a big-time showdown in Week 5. Centennial bounces back from back-to-back losses by thrashing Carson. Roosevelt receiving lots of praise for its big win versus La Quinta. Paloma Valley stays undefeated after a successful trip to Temecula Valley. And Notre Dame reclaims the shield from Aquinas. All that and much more coming up on the Saturday Scouting Report. Brought to you by Hardy Homes and Estates. When you list with Hardy, start packing. Check out the website, askhardy.com. All right, let's hit the ground running or walking. Don't cry wolf or you will remain nameless. The name of the game is Highlights on the Saturday Show, starting now. Welcome to the Saturday Scouting Report. I'm Pep Fernandez. Now, King High School has a great chance of opening Big 8 League play with an undefeated record after a dramatic victory against Citrus Hill in Week 4. Now, Ramona stands in the way of the Wolves of heading to the Big 8 with a mark of 5-0. Let's do this! The Wood Road Rumble. Citrus Hill had not lost a regular season game since October of 2010. The Wolves do it Caswell with the big run here, but King comes up empty on that drive. So here comes Citrus Hill. Quarterback Brett Hollingsworth, the former King player, to Trevor Thompson here. The Hawks moving downfield. And then it's Hollingsworth airing it out to Jacoby Herring. I met his dad. Real great guy. Herring with the catch. Now 4th and goal, same drive. King turns away the Hawks. Ray Baserto and Devin Moeller on the stop for King. Back the other way. Hollingsworth to Justin Clarkston. One-handed. Whoa! Touchdown. 7-zip Hawks in the second quarter. King's defense here bringing down Hollingsworth on the sack. Hollingsworth would be injured on the play. He was batted around in the first half, but he would stay in the game like a real trooper. Back come the Wolves here. Their quarterback, Jacob Rogers, to Chance Sanderson for the big gain as the Wolves were looking to get on the scoreboard before halftime. Rogers to Deshaun Jackson, flings it up, and he comes down with it. That would set up this. Caswell in for the touchdown. We are tied at 7 apiece. Citrus Hill would get a field goal before the half, but here is the dramatic finish. It was tied at 17. King with the ball, facing 4th down. Rogers finds Jackson for the winning score. Go crazy, King. The Wolves win 24-17, and Amanda Pollard, you are the best. Thanks for sending us the video of a wild game-winning touchdown for King. Just 2 weeks deep into the Inland Valley League season, we've already got a huge matchup as upstart Riverside Poly takes on the Rancho Verde. They will meet in Week 5. Both schools opening league play in Week 4. Poly playing Canyon Springs at Vista del Lago. Canyon Springs looking to punch in a touchdown in the second half when the Bears' Austin Drugats rips this ball away and goes 90-plus yards the other way for a Riverside Poly touchdown. The Bears take a 20-6 lead, but the Cougars keep this close. Kamari Watson, get in there, goes in for the touchdown, and we have a ball game. Leighton Silva, playing running back for Riverside Poly on Friday night, had a huge game on the ground. The Bull Rider still has skills to pay the bills, running the ball down to the doorstep. He did the work. Time to get paid. Cashes in with a touchdown. Poly up 27-14. The Cougars continuing to fight back. Quarterback Cody Cervantes to Jacob Whitmere near the Poly end zone, comes down with it. And that sets up Watson for another touchdown. It's now just a 5-point game. 27-22. Poly still in the lead. The Bears looking to run some clock off the board and also get some insurance. It's more Silva time. He finished with 172 yards in the game, filling in for a pair of injured running backs for Riverside Poly. Later on that drive, it's Chandler Drakeslin to Keely Ross for the score. Riverside Poly wins by a final of 37-22. Next up, the Mustangs at home for Valley View to kick off the IVL season. Quarterback Sharon Jones doing his thing. The nice pass downfield, and that would lead to this. It's the green-eyed dragon, Keyshawn Slaughter. Get in there. The Rancho Verde goes in front, 7-zip on the Eagles. Valley View now on offense. Jeffrey, Trujillo, Wilcoxon, big run for the Eagles, but the Valley View drive would stall. Back the other way. Slaughter rips himself off a big run, but nothing on that drive for the Mustangs. So Valley View goes back on offense, but not for long because the Mustangs come up with the interception, and they turn that into points. On the ensuing drive, it's Sharon Jones with another TD strike here. The Rancho Verde rolls 42-14. Also from the Inland Valley League, Arlington taking on Vista del Lago at Ramona Stadium. Ruben Kelly gets the call, puts the Lions on the board with a touchdown. Later for the Lions, check out the double handoff. You gotta love it. It's Lavelle Thomas, a.k.a. Lovey, taking it to the house. Arlington up 14-0. But you can never count out the Ravens. Terrell Lee with the big-time carry. A huge run deep into Arlington territory. So Vista del Lago ready to punch in a touchdown and make this a game. But the Lions defense steps its game up. Trevor Fedoric comes up with a fumble recovery for Arlington to turn away the Ravens. Whether you're at a sandwich shop or on offense, you can't go wrong with ordering a Reuben. The Lions going with Ruben Kelly, and he finds the paint on this 50-yard touchdown run for Arlington. Now it's the Lions defense. The pass is tipped, and Tommy Negretti is there for the interception. That sets up Arlington in good field position, and it's the old gunslinger, Wyatt Moore, connecting with Lovey for the touchdown. Arlington picks up its first win of the season, 43-0 versus Vista del Lago. The Lions will meet Valley View next week. Well, after back-to-back losses to Long Beach Poly and Alamany, Centennial head coach Matt Logan had seen enough, and he was ready for some drastic changes. Well, he took the names off the back of his players' jerseys, and also the C is gone from the Centennial helmets. Logan looking to motivate his team to just be better. They took on Carson in week 4. Plain jerseys and plain helmets looking to earn their names back. Second quarter, Trey Watson beats by Trey, finds the paint, and puts the Huskies up 27-13 and the face mask. Where's the flag on that? On the ensuing kickoff, Carson just looks lost. They lose the ball, and Centennial is there to recover. So Centennial cranks up the offensive machine again. Robert Weber airs it out to Rodolfo Banuelos for another Huskies touchdown. Centennial can play some defense too. Jalen Johnson getting in there, corrals the quarterback for the sack. So here we go again. Watson gets the carry. You can't stop it. Watson trots in for the Huskies touchdown. The defense doing its part against Carson, Austin Malawata, and Johnson clogging up the line, and they make a big-time stop. Centennial getting back on track against Carson in this one. It's ya boy Webb to Eric Conklin, 40 yards on the score. Centennial wins 55-25. Let's keep it in the land of the Big 8. Just down Rimpaw, Santiago meeting Upland. Mistakes would hurt the Sharks early in this one. They turn the ball over, and Upland is in business. Scott's quarterback Tyler Helensky hits Asari Smith in the end zone for the touchdown. 7-zip Upland. Santiago quarterback Blake Barnett rushed for 250 yards the previous week, and the big man showing it's no fluke. 65 yards on the scoring scamper, and we're now even at 7 apiece. On the ensuing kickoff, Upland rips the lead away from the Sharks. Jeff Farrar goes real far on this return, 97 yards if you want to be exact, and Upland is back on top, 14-7. The Santiago defensive line looking good on this stop. I'd like to give them a shout out, but I can't read the numbers. Guess I'm getting old. Old people problems. Second quarter, the Scots. Helensky lets it fly to Marquise Wimberly for the one-handed touchdown grab. A Wild West shootout ends with Upland edging Santiago in overtime, 43-42. Norco at home for La Serna. Homecoming for the Cougars. La Serna down big in this one, 23-zip, but they're coming back. Ruben Rios, the 9-yard touchdown run. And then it's quarterback Frankie Palmer, 36 yards on the touchdown pass to Jonathan Salazar, making it 23-14. Now it's Norco on offense. Quarterback Victor Viramontes, 33 yards to my boy Matthew Williams hauling it in. But later, Viramontes and the Cougars fumble the ball, and La Serna recovers. And that would lead to this. On the ensuing drive in the fourth quarter, La Serna's quarterback, Frankie Palmer, 1-yard touchdown run. It's now just a 2-point game, 23-21. Norco clinging to its lead. On the ensuing kickoff, though, AC Bahia 95 yards on the kickoff return for Norco. They would get one more touchdown before this thing would be over. It's Corey Young from 5 yards out. Touchdown. We are Norco. The Cougars win 37-21. Roosevelt taking on La Quinta. Quarterback Joseph Muriel, 25 yards to Praise Abizu. Very next play, Muriel, 29 yards to Marcus Williams. Roosevelt on top, 7-zip. And the Roosevelt cheerleaders knocking out the push-ups. I bet you they're buff. On 4th and 30, Roosevelt going for it. Muriel, 31 yards to Praise Abizu. 14-0 Roosevelt. La Quinta looking to battle back. Kari Haynes breaks off this run. 50 yards all the way to the end zone, and La Quinta trailing 14-7 to Roosevelt. Now it's Mustangs running back James Carradine. Some serious horsepower on the ground. Does that thing got a Hemi? Then it's Muriel, 10 yards to Abizu. 21-7 Roosevelt on top. They go on to win 51-29. After a pair of big-time back-to-back wins against the Rancho Verde and then Heritage, Great Oak looking to make it 3 in a row against another ranked team from the inland area, Chino Hills. The Wolfpack playing on the road, they had catapulted to number 5 in the latest HS Game Time rankings. Wolfpack quarterback Laquan Williams hits Brandon Presley for a Great Oak touchdown, but Chino Hills led in this one 34-14. Presley with 2 touchdown catches in the first half. Then later it's Bryson Charbonnier, one of his 3 first half touchdowns for Chino Hills, as Chino Hills wins a shootout with Great Oak 47-42. Undefeated Paloma Valley at Temecula Valley. Bebo, Brent Bohm threw for 3 touchdowns, and he ran for 1 for the Wildcats. And check out Fred Lundy. 97 yards on the kickoff return for the touchdown, and the Wildcats rolling in this one. They actually led wire to wire, although the Golden Bears would keep it close in the second half. Temecula Valley quarterback Kyle Plantier tossed 4 scores, but Paloma Valley wins 49-34 to improve to 5-0 on the season. Heritage taking on Rialto. Just watching Lima High Hefo make some big hits like that gives me a headache. Hefo and the crew had another big night, 487 yards on offense, and 3 different players went over 100 yards on the ground. Hefo, Isaiah Morrow, and Jalen Glover. The Patriots offense was in cruise control against the Knights, and the defense also flying around. Matthew Palmer with a pick in this one, and plenty of big hits by that Patriot defense. And we've got to give a shout out to lineman Nico Gomez. He injured his leg in this game, but my sources say it is not broken, so hopefully Gomez will be back in a couple of weeks for the Patriots. Heritage drops the hammer on Rialto 49-28. San Jacinto at home for Palm Desert. San Jacinto's Mario Rubio finished with 77 yards in this game and a touchdown, so a shout out to Mario. PJ Murrieta, the quarterback, with a huge game for San Jacinto. 346 yards through the air and 4 touchdowns. Most of those yards going to Malik Kimbrough. Here's Stephen Davis with a touchdown. The San Jacinto rolls big time, 59-31. The Tigers improved to 3-2 on the season. Now let's battle for the shield at RCC. Aquinas taking on Notre Dame. Let's get all fired up. Or just walk out for this one, no big deal, whatever. It's Wes Smith for the Titans coming up with a big return on the opening kickoff for Notre Dame. And that would set up this Daniel Batosh going in for a Notre Dame touchdown. The Titans would get a field goal to make it 10-zip on Aquinas in the first half. The visiting Falcons looking to answer. Quarterback Ryan Taylor to Will Seltz, and he's got a big gain as Aquinas was marching down the field. And then later on that same drive, Seltz scrambling, and he will go in for an Aquinas touchdown. So the Falcons hanging tough with their rival from Riverside. Next up, it's Wes Smith again. A big touchdown run for Notre Dame as the Titans get back on the scoreboard thanks to another TD from Wes Smith. Now it's Paul Bradvica. Paulie Guaps, the quarterback, to Dakota Mai. The nice pickup here, and that would set up Andrew Rodriguez on the touchdown as Notre Dame captures the shield 31-7. Well, that'll do it for this show, but we will be back on Wednesday for the Blitz as we get you up to speed for Week 5 of the high school football season. I'm Pep Fernandez, and thanks for watching the Saturday Scouting Reports.